First and foremost, let us give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that do rule well at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akia Modeb, pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom to the humble and sincere sisters out there as well. Coming out with this lesson today entitled, We Are the Protagonists. A quick lesson. Just talking about where Israel's position is in this whole movie. Because when you look at life, look at reality, Yahweh is the author of life. He is the creator of this movie. Right? He chose who's gonna be the protagonists. He could choose who's gonna be the antagonists. He chose, the main stars. He chose who's gonna be side characters, props. He chose the scene, the plot, the conflict that are gonna take place. War gonna rage, he created everything, it's his movie, and you already know how everything gonna play out. You already know who's gonna get saved, because the men who gonna get saved, the names already written in the book of life, so Yahweh, he knows all, and he's just waiting for this movie to play out, But before we get into the precepts, I just want to bring out the definition. Protagonist, let's say the leading character or one of the major characters in a play, film, novel, etc. It's an advocate or champion of a particular cause or idea, the main figure or one of the most prominent figures in a situation. Alright? So we see here a protagonist is the main character, that major character in a movie. But he or she tends to take on the positive role in the movie. Right? They are the good guy. They are the ones that stand for good. You call those protagonists. And antagonists will be the opposite of that. The enemies are the protagonists. The one that tries to do evil. You understand? So the antagonists, you could say, are the ones on the left hand side. The protagonists will be, the ones that support good on the right hand side. And Israel is the main protagonist in this movie. On this earth, Israel is the main protagonist. You understand? Scripture says the world was created for our sakes. It was made for us to overcome. We are the stars of the show. Starting with Yahweh Shai and us. The world was made for our sakes. And then you have Esau, Edom. They are the stars as well, but they are the antagonists of this movie. So you have the righteous going against the unrighteous. The men of truth versus the men of wickedness, of lies. And then that is how it's always been. Cain and Abel, Jacob, Esau. You understand? That good versus evil. Right? And that is what this movie, that the conflict that was created for this movie. Right? The righteous overcoming the wicked. The righteous overcoming this world. The righteous overcoming these bodies. Right? That is part of the plot of this movie. I'll go to the book of Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 3. It says, But Zerubbabel and Joshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us. I'll start at verse 1. It says, Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord power of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, Let us build with you, for we seek your power as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Ashur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Joshua And the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto the Lord power of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, had commanded us. Right? So we see here, these men, when they went back to rebuild the kingdom, they say, hey, you have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our power. And they show you that Israel is really the stars of this thing, because the Most High said that He's our power, He's our God. He's not the God of the Elamites or the God of the Ishmaelites, the Hamites, the Edomites. He's the power of Israel. You understand? As I said before, I said again, He made the world for our sakes. These heathens will never be on the same level that you and I are on. Even the 2/3 of our people will be great in the kingdom of heaven. Even they gonna receive immortality, incorruptibility, righteousness, perfection. Even them. Israel, who are the main protagonists in this show. You understand? In this movie on earth, we are those underdogs that going against adversity and going against the odds to emerge victorious. You understand? And you realize in all the greatest movies in this earth, that is the plot, where this underdog start off from a weak state and continue to grow and emerge and come out on the other side a stronger person, a stronger character, and would have overcome and conquer all his trials and tribulations and all his fears. You understand? And weaknesses. That is what this movie is for us. You understand? To us, we are those characters that have to overcome and face adversity. You understand? Face this wicked world and overcome it and receive that salvation from the Savior, Yahweh. You understand? Go to the book of Micah. I think it's Micah. 4:10. Four and 1 it say, But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and He will teach us of His ways, and we will walk in His paths. For the Lord shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. You understand? That mountain is referring to the children of Israel. We're going to be exalted above the hills. We were created to be greater than these other nations. These same nations that rule over us today, beginning with Esau, Edom. We were not created to be under them. We weren't created to be in this low state. The Lord put us in this low state for a reason. For us to learn, for us to grow, for us to overcome and be made strong. To know that knowledge of good and evil and become gods. You understand? It was all set up this way. But in the end, we're going to be exalted above all of them. We're going to have dominion over them. We're going to have dominion not over just men, but over this entire existence. You understand? Just as the waves and the winds, remove themselves when Yahweh commanded them to. The same way Yahweh say, faith like a mustard seed. You could tell this mountain, go yonder, and it will move. We're going to be able to do all those things. We're going to have dominion over creation in the kingdom. On top of that, we're going to be immortal, so we're going to live forever. Right? We're going to be eternal. Just as the Most High is. He created us to be an image of Himself. Right? Look at that, and I think it's Can use Solomon 2 and 23. For Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. The children of Israel, we were made to be that image of Yahweh. You understand? We were made to be perfect, immortal, incorruptible. We were made to be gods, rulers, kings, judges, right? We were made to be many most highs. That's why we are the main protagonists. We are the ones that are going to receive that power. Because at the end of the movie, you're watching a movie, you realize at some point all the hard work that the protagonist putting in just pay off, and he would unlock some power. He would unlock some hidden potential or some hidden strength. You understand? And use that strength that he unlocked and overcome the antagonist, overcome the adversity. And that is the same thing on this side, in this real world. You understand? We in this low state right now, but the more videos we make, the more we go out on the streets, the more we study, the more we build in the faith and endure. You mightn't feel it, you mightn't realize it, but you stronger. We actually greater in faith than the disciples, because they were with Yahweh Shai and they saw the things that Yahweh Shai did. But you and I, we believe in Yahweh Shai 100% and we ain't even seeing him. You understand? We are greater in faith than our ancestors. And every day we go along and face new challenges. I understand, we pray to Yahweh Shai, pour out trust and faith in Yahweh Shai, and he delivers us from these problems. And we grow stronger. You understand? So that's what I'm trying to say. This whole movie, we are those stars. They make us feel as if we the side characters, or we don't even exist in the movie. We is the lowest state. You understand? We in this low state. They say that we dark skin ugly, that we hair ugly, we eyes ugly, we lips, we nose ugly, that we had no past, we were swinging on vines in Africa. They made us feel as if we're nothing. They painted their gods and caused us to worship them, showing them as the pinnacle of beauty, the pinnacle of good and success. You understand? When in reality, we are the ones that are going to inherit everything on this earth. We are the only people on this earth that the Most High considers. He said, only you have I known. All the families of the earth, therefore I'll punish you for your iniquities. Only us does Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai no one consider. We are his people. We are the children of Israel. You understand? That chosen people, that holy people. You understand? And in Israel, they are the chosen elect, those first fruits that had been with Yahushai from the beginning, before the earth was formed, before the universe was formed. You understand? Those men and their families, they are the protagonists of this thing, the chosen main characters. I go to a common precept, 2 Ezra 6 and 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Say, as for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. You understand? These people are nothing. Imagine You have a bucket of water and a drop fall from that bucket. You ain't even gonna realize that. You understand? But the scripture say the world was made for our sakes. This world that you're walking on right now, this life was made for your sake. Because Yahweh don't need us. Mosai don't need Israel. Because we need the Mosai Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? We need those powers. You understand? But Yahweh created Yahushai, who then created us. You understand? The Lord loves Israel. The Lord gonna give you this world. He's gonna give you the universe. He's gonna all the things I talking about. The scripture say, no eye had seen, no ear have heard, no mind, have imagined the things that Yahweh has for those that love Him and keep His word. You're gonna receive all things and more. You understand? Things you can't even comprehend. And why? Because the Most High loves Israel. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai loves Israel. The apple of His eye. His people. You understand? His family. Salah. The families of the earth. You understand? The only families of the earth that He knows. Right? And then, or you could look at it now and think that we equal to these people. You understand? Saying whether you're white or you're black, you're Chinese, you're Spanish, you understand, Indian, it don't matter. Right? We all one, we all equal the human race. That bullshit. These heathens could never compare to the children of Israel. You understand? They're on the bottom of us. Yeah, Yahweh, Yahushai, Israel. You understand? But you niggas can't see that. You can't see what kind of power that created you. You don't understand that love Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has for us. To the point where you wicked niggas that continuing to walk in all their wicked ways still gonna receive immortality, incorruptibility, immortal bodies, and all the other great things. You're still gonna receive that after all the wickedness that you're doing right now. And you say that in love. Right? Yeah, I'll just go to Isaiah 45:4 and then I'll close off there. For Jacob's my slack, Isaiah 45:4. For Jacob my servant's sake and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. You understand? The Most High surnamed us. Right? When you look at it, you be like, for example, the same way we slave masters gave us their names to show that we is their property. Or you take on the last name of your father, showing that you from his lineage and his line. Yahweh saying here that He surnamed Israel. You understand? We are His sons, His daughters. You understand? We are His children. And we need to strive to make our Father happy. You understand? And do the things that He wants us to do. Listen to His instruction. And stand by Him through good and bad. And with that, all this session was edifying. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Makakadash. Shalom.